I will now begin talking about the Simpson's Diversity Index. So starting off by dissecting the equation. The equation is the diversity index is equal to 1 minus the sums of the species population over the total population squared. So this symbol right here stands for the sums. The lowercase n stands for the species, the individual species population. The capital N stands for the total population. And like I said before, it's 1 minus the sums of the species population over the total population squared. So now I will be going over a practice problem. So this is the table. So we are trying to find out which community is more diverse. So we have the three species: species A, species B, and species C. So community 1 has 35 of species A, 32 of species B, and 33 of species C. And community 2 has 90 of species A, 6 of species B, and C of species 4. From the looks of it, we can already decide that the community 1 has is more diverse. But in order to prove this, we can use the Simpson's Diversity Index. So now let's start by setting up the equation, which, as I said before, is 1 minus the sums of the species population. So this would be the species population over the total population. This would be the total population. As you can see, both the communities have the same total population. Now, to fill in the first part, it's 1 minus this 35 for species A in community 1 over 100 squared, plus the 32 of species B over 100, plus the 33 of species C over 100. So we can do 35 squared plus 32 squared plus 33 squared over 10,000, because 100 squared is 10,000, and all of these have a denominator of 10,000. So all of that together is equal to 0.338. So then we subtract that from 1, and we get our diversity index of 0.6662. Now, let's go on to community C. So these are the community C numbers. So let's start up the equation with the diversity index of community 2 is equal to 1 minus the sums of the species population over the total population squared. Now let's fill in the 90 over 100 squared from the species A population, the 6 over 100 from the species B population, and then the 4 over 100 for the species C population. And then all of that together is 90 squared plus 6 squared plus 4 squared, and we have the same common denominator of 10,000. All of this together is equal to 0.8152. So we can subtract that from 1, and we get 0.1848. So as we can see, before we had a diversity index of 0.6662, and this one is 0.1848. So we can conclude that community 1 is more diverse. Thank you for your time. I hope you learned something.